But I ask him, is he happy where he is today now himself? Does he feel?
That's very deep.
Do you feel you are where you wanted to be? Like, say, 15 years ago, did you think you'd be here today?
No, not at all. It's got legs, it's grown loads, which is great, but it completely changed and developed. I still feel I'm doing what I want to do and love, which is great.
Great.
And it always comes back to the plants and the flowers and the ground and the earth and just the wholesomeness of it.
Brilliant.
That's the right word.
Yeah. Well, little did you think when we were going back to the bog that we'd be standing here talking about it.
Don't say how many years ago.
No.
I had a landscaping business and that all ended in 2009 when the crash happened. During times like that though, you think differently and you're more creative about trying to make things work. You know, and the community around you will rally around you. You know, people were very helpful to me. Other local businesses, other people that I knew that worked in the industry as well, you know. Did I see where it would go? No. Do you miss footing the turf?
No, I do not miss footing the turf.
Do you not think it'd be good for exercise for you now to be doing a bit?
No, exercise, bending, moving.
It was torture as a kid.
Yeah.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
You haven't lost it, you still have the touch.
Yeah. How could you lose that? How could you lose that, Mark? There was a guy in here, not in this bog now, but it was along this road, and there was a busload of Donegal guys coming from a match, like they had been down at a faila, and your man was starting to foot, and they asked your man to stop the bus, and they all got off, and they footed all the turf with him.
No way.
Wasn't it lovely? That only happened the year before last, I think. Wasn't it a lovely thing?
Typical Donegal people.
Pardon?
It's nice.
Oh my God, I thought it was lovely. Do you know, when the kids were small, it was a big thing bringing the turf home as well.
Really?
Yeah, because we had a neighbour across the road and he had a tractor and trailer at the time. So the kids would go with them.
Yeah.
And
so
they'd...
the crack of being in the trailer.
Yeah. And piling up the turf, and they'd sit up on top of it and they'd come home.
So you'd only bring it home when it was dry.
When it was dry. And hopefully you got it home before
it'd
September.
be an evening, you know, we'd all go back, stack the trailer, tea, sandwiches, supper.
Like, was there red lemonade? Was
No,
there egg
we weren't that
sandwiches?
posh.
Oh no, they wouldn't get red lemonade. You
Red
might get
lemonade,
my
you
one.
mad. We've bottles of milk, glass bottles of milk, water.
Come on.
We
you've
might.
No fizzy drinks.
No.
Oh
No
God,
Fanta?
never.
No.
Ah, come
Never,
on.
no.
God,
No.
was that a
Maybe
townie
Christmas would be my
It
waddy
wasn't
at
that it was a
Christmas.
towny thing, we just never had fizzy drinks growing up.
thing? Seriously?
No.
Yeah.
My bit of my waddy if you were lucky.
They'd eat anything you'd bring to the bog. If you brought a big brown cake, they'd eat it because they'd be hungry. Do you see how black it gets when you get down to the very bottom? And that's the really nice turf. The turf on top, like, is that grassy kind of turf. It's no good. It's soft. Doesn't dry right. It's
A sod.
when we used to go, like, say, myself and Hugh and the kids, Hugh cut it. He had a sleighing, they called it, and they'd fire it up, and then they'd have to spread it out, and then put it like this when it was dry enough.
The way they're just in the little heaps like that.
Yeah,
What's the deal about that?
it's that they'll dry. You put them up, stack them up like that, so the wind will go through them.
Yeah.
And you put one on top to stop the rain going down as well.
And
See, like how there's one on top of them all here, like
Yeah.
this. That's to stop the rain going down, but, you know, flooding it down there. So when you have this little opening all the way around,
Yeah.
The air is going
they
through
call
the
footing
footing
the
it.
turf.
That's
So the
what
air
they call
goes
footing.
through it
Yeah,
and dries it out.
yeah.
And how long does it have to stay that way?
Well, it depends on the weather. If you get bad weather, it could be there all summer. But
Oh,
if you get it
really?
nice weather like the weekend, all it takes is,
A
you know,
good 3 weeks.
yeah, like if you get good weather. But people used to make lovely pictures with these, with the bog cotton.
Really?
Oh yeah,
You'd
they'd stick it on.
Press it.
Yeah.
I think
lovely.
I might do the,
Mm.
they're like little banshees.
Oh,
aren't
they're
they?
beautiful. You know, that's like a head now, isn't it?
Yeah,
and
that's what I mean.
it's lovely,
Turn
really.
around
Look at the
and look
face
this
even.
way. Turn around. It is like a little skull.
Isn't it like a little face? Oh, I think that's amazing. Look at the face,
Isn't
Mark.
it?
I'll have to bring him home. I couldn't
Would you
even hear
try?
now. I remembered a story then, like this storyteller, the Shanachie they used to call
Was
him.
he on the radio?
He was on the radio and he'd be on every, I don't know, was it Thursday nights? And he'd have a little yarn every Thursday night. People, everyone used to listen to him, like he was brilliant and he had this real brogy accent. But he told a story one night that this guy had a terrible pain in his back and he went to the doctor. The doctor said, what you need, now he lived inland, he was not near the sea. He had to travel all day to get to the sea. But when he got there, the tide was in, it was wonderful. He filled 2 tankards, travelled off home again with them, boiled them up and had a lovely bath. A couple of weeks later, and he felt great relief. He said he better head off again and fill the tankards again. But when he got there, the tide was out and he said, Jesus, there must be an awful lot of people with bad backs. Oh, stop. The simple little stories that people enjoyed.
Yeah.
I think in here a bit, Dave. These are field orchids. They're gorgeous, aren't they? So personally, I wouldn't cut these, and I just think sometimes you have to leave stuff in nature. The grass is all let grow long, and the thistles are in flower in the field. It's just really natural and beautiful. And even sometimes, like when I'm creating arrangements, and I would use the likes of stipa grasses or panicum, they would be my bulrush, and then I would mix them in with maybe some fern leaves, which is quite nice. But it's like a natural progression. This one here is Lismachia, which probably blew in by seed from a bird or from a garden around here. It's quite pretty actually with this, but the little bit of yellow in it is quite nice. This is the dock leaf, which I think is really interesting. The seed heads go brown in the autumn time, which is lovely. It's nice in a dried flower arrangement or just on a vase and it's on its own. And just as it's going into flower or into seed, it goes this lovely plum, not plum, but red, kind of pinky colour. It's quite nice. And I just love the textures of the grasses. I love the way you have it grown in the pot with the daisy.
Yeah, but it's just a bit of colour, like.
I think some of this oregano is lovely. Look at the little purple flowers on it.
Yeah. It is lovely. I have loads of it up there, sure, inside the gate. What did you say one time?
There's no such thing as a weed.
No.
A weed is only something when you don't want it there.
See out where the rose bushes even come. This is another one, this thing here. What do you call that? This is a weed now. This is the devil's garter. That's what I call it.
Yeah, but you know by pulling it just like that isn't doing it any good.
Oh, the devil's garter.
Yeah.
You're really going to town on it there now.
Have I enough done now?
Well, there is one. There's a Tropaeolum speciosum, and that has a red flower. But there's a jasmine nowadays, and that has a white flower very similar to it. That's a very forced fucking smile.
One second, Mark, just don't move.
Did you grow vegetables at home on the farm?
Yeah,
What did you grow?
peas, a lot of peas and
Peas.
yeah, like broad beans, like St. Patrick's Day.
What, you'd sow the potatoes on St. Patrick's
Well,
Day?
that's kind of around that date, you know. Do you want to put on a pair of gloves, Mark?
No, I'm fine. I don't wear gloves.
Do you not?
No.
I couldn't work in the garden now without my gloves. But where are they?
Well, my nails aren't as precious as yours. Why don't, I think we could say goodbye to these.
Yeah, that's why I
Why
want to
don't
pull
we do
these
this
out,
little
but I just
section
didn't
here?
have. My dad would kill a goat, so you'd have your own vegetables, your own meat, everything. Different time.
The garden is 15 years in October. Did you imagine it getting this far?
No, I didn't imagine it being so big anyway.
Really?
Yeah.
What makes
Like
you...
everything has grown up now. A lot of trees got too big.
You're talking about your own garden. I actually think that's quite funny.
No, I'm saying, why is he saying 15 years? But I didn't want to question him.
Well, what do you think?
Take two.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, because you were a worker. Like when you think of when you used to design the gardens and then that all went. And then when you started selling flowers out on the little lane beside.
On Carpenter Row?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said to myself, he'll be a hit. He's a worker. So you were. And you always loved the wildness of Connemara. What's made you, I think, that wildness, beauty. People like natural things now. They don't want this falseness and...
Well, I believe, like, if I'm, you know, my ethos from the start of the shop was to do something different, and
Yeah.
if people didn't like it, then so be it.
But people have loved it.
Yeah.
Do you remember when I used to send you down the road weeding people's houses just...
I know, for $2.50 an hour. That was literally slave labour.
But didn't you learn? Kept you occupied for the day.
I know, but it was hard. Weeding is hard, and here I am, how many years later, and we're still weeding.
Gee, there's a great crop of peas on this.
I call the staff to myself, I call them my kids. You know, I care about them all and have to make sure that the business runs to obviously pay their wages. So there's a lot in that, but there's a great sense of achievement in it. There could be 8 or 9 people working in the mornings in the garden, and it's like it's a little pinch me moment. You know, I started out just myself and 1 or 2 staff and friends helping me, and now, you know, the garden isn't just about Mark Grehan, it's all of us now that make the garden.
I think when he opened his second shop, couldn't believe it. So lovely to go in there when you can look at everybody working. You can see what they're doing. I think that to me is lovely. You wouldn't be where you are today for all the help you're getting from your staff and
The team. If you're just going to go in and do everything yourself, it won't work. When you have a great team and you can trust them, then it works. Believe in your team, let them do so much so that the business will grow the way you want it to grow. They're a huge part of it. It wouldn't be where it is today without them. But I think that came even from you, maybe, because when we were kids, you give us all little jobs to do. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
In work, I'm at my happiest when we've made something or created something. If it's finishing a garden or
we've done a wedding and all the arrangements are made and they've turned out the way I wanted them to turn out. And when we're making everything, getting the shop ready for the day, and then the first few customers come in the morning and kind of get little kind of goosebumps or warm fuzzies, I call them, and you know that it might be a nice day and you've just opened up and you know and you've made something nice. There's great satisfaction in that.
But you know, you rear your children to let them, it's like the little birds in the nest, to let them fly away on their own. And hopefully that they'll be safe, that the cuckoo won't follow them. Very young, he was always messing with flowers and making arrangements and doing things. He had a great love for the flowers, and well, his grandmother as well, Graham, had great love for flowers, so I think you learned a lot from her too, Mark, didn't you?
Yeah.
And he's got his first job down in Kelly's, potting up plants. Didn't get much money the first week because he was very slow, but he wasn't long getting fast because you got paid from all the pots you did. Potted on the day, didn't you?
Yeah.
And do you remember you saved up your money, you were going buying these pair of runners?
Yeah. Converse.
And from Kelly's to Galway City, you lost the money.
Yes.
I think it was taken out of the bag.
Definitely it was stolen.
So these are the hard things.
When I was in college,
When you were in college? Yeah.
in the Channel
Yeah.
Islands, I went.
How did you feel?
Oh, he was as lonely and he used to ring, and Dad said to him one evening, "Oh, Mark, we're going to the bog this evening." The loneliness wasn't long leaving him. I know he's happy because he's content in himself. He likes what he's doing. You know, he's happy, like. That's a lovely thing. And he enjoys his work. That's what really it's all about, isn't it? I know he's very happy. And he comes home often and we have a lovely time and go for walks and swim. And
Growing up as a kid, I was the eldest of 6, so, you know, didn't always get the Game Boy, didn't always get the Nintendo or the right, you know.
you weren't that deprived.
I'm not saying we were deprived, but it wasn't just handed to us. It was like, go out and do a good day's work. So if I wanted to go away for a weekend in the Scouts, I'd need a bit of money for that. It'd be like, okay, out into the garden, you go do this X, Y, Z, and then we'll give you the money to go away with the Scouts. There was a bit of barter in it. I didn't think it did us any harm, you know. My childhood wasn't robbed or anything, but, you know, it kind of made you appreciate simple things. There's a lot to be said for the simple things. Now, as I'm talking about it, that probably is one of the things I've gotten from her. It's just like, there's nothing like a simple walk, have your flask of tea or coffee with you, you know. There's a lot to be said for that. Those 3 things: honesty, good day's work, simplicity. As kids, we did spend a lot of time out working around the garden, going to the bog, footing, cutting the turf. I think the hardest part is when you'd send us back to the bog on our own, so there was no direction. It was just like, oh, we have to go back here, and they expect all these rows of turf to be footed. Myself and my brothers, we would mess, and it was kind of like, okay, we need to put the head down. He'd be cycling back going, wishing it was going to rain, so then we'd know we could go home, or that the midgets would come out. But